What's going on, guys? This is Kublai. I'm a Western European currently based in Bangkok, Thailand, and today I wanted to make a video to talk about how Thailand has changed in the past 12 years. So basically I went for the first time to Thailand back in 2010. Since then I've spent quite some time in this country, about 2 years. I've seen this country changing and now I'm back in Thailand. I spend most of the time during the 12 last years in Russia. I used to be a permanent resident of Russia, and recently I moved back to Thailand. It's been a month now since I'm back, and I've noticed a few changes, you know, during this long period of 12 years. And I wanted basically, just share my thoughts, share my feelings, and share what I think has changed and what you should expect if you wanna move to Thailand in 2023, for example. So if you don't agree with what I'm gonna say in this video, just leave your comment below. If you agree with me, of course, feel free to leave your comment as well. Smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. So the first thing I've noticed are the prices of the food, of course. The food, the groceries, the restaurants, basically food. The price of food has risen quite a lot. Now we are living on Western prices, basically. I like to eat well. I like to eat healthy food, and I don't want to rely on street food. I know you can get your pad thai down the street for 40 or 60 baht, but I don't believe in the hygiene of street food. You know, I do have a quite sensitive body. I have eaten street food in the past. I got sick a few times and I've learned a lesson. So now I only buy my groceries myself. We cook at home and we go to good restaurants, at least restaurants that seem to be quite good, at least reasonable when it comes to hygiene. We do eat Thai food, Italian food, French food, Japanese food, Korean food, you name it. But we go out every day. We go out eat every day. So we spend Western prices on food, you know. And when you spend Western prices or North Asian prices, Japanese, Korean prices on food in the supermarkets or in the restaurants, you tend to compare with countries where the price of the food, the price of the restaurants are almost the same. And I'm not saying it's expensive. I'm not saying living in Thailand, especially when it comes to food, is expensive, but it's expensive for what you get, if you know what I mean. I mean the value for money isn't that good anymore. It's still Thai food. The hygiene is what it is. Let's face it, you know, it's not the best country when it comes to hygiene, Thailand. The streets are dirty. You can see the kitchens here in Thailand, I know, are quite dirty. When it comes to hygiene standards, it's not the best country in the world. We know that, huh? Let's face it. But you still pay quite high prices, Western prices. So then you tend to compare and to say, okay, I'm eating Thai food or Italian food in Thailand, Western food in Thailand, Japanese food in Thailand. So not always the best foods you can get, the best, you know, the best quality, but you're still paying Western prices. So yeah, that's something I've noticed when it comes to food. It's not the best value anymore. I'm not saying it's expensive, but it is definitely not cheap anymore. 10 years ago, yeah, it was very cheap to live in Thailand. You could say it was cheap. Now it's not cheap anymore. It's just like everywhere in Asia, and yeah, the value for money isn't that great anymore. Tell me in the comments below what your thoughts are about this, about the food, about the price, and so on. When it comes to accommodation, it's quite cheap, but the quality of accommodation is not always the best. It tends to be worn out quite fast. For example, some buildings, you know, they are just about 10 years old and they look very old already. So the quality is not always the best, but it's okay. It's if you want to rent a condominium, for example, for 1 year or more for long term, the value for money is still good. But if you rely on Airbnb or on other, you know, websites, if you're renting short term, it's quite expensive, you know. You will spend, no, I don't know, if you want something well located with a swimming pool, a gym, clean, with enough space for a couple or more, yeah, you will spend 1000 USD a month if you short term, I mean. If you are looking for accommodation long term, it can get very cheap, I know. It can get as cheap as 300 400 USD per month for something not so bad, so that's still good value for money. When it comes to the roads in Thailand, that's a very important topic for me, because I'm a car enthusiast, and a few weeks ago I told myself, you know what, let's move to Thailand and buy a car, buy a nice JDM car, for example an Evo, an STI, or maybe a Supra. I'm not sure about the price in Thailand about every JDM car, but let's buy a nice JDM car and go to the JDM meetings and just have good times, you know, behind a steering wheel here in Thailand, driving around. The problem is, I have lived in Thailand before. I used to drive a lot in Thailand, and I got in a few accidents, you have to know, and I was always right, but I was always wrong, if you know what I mean. I was never wrong, but I was always wrong, because this is Thailand, and if you have been to Thailand before, if you have got some experience with Thailand, you know what I'm talking about. Foreigners are always, you know, wrong. So what I see, the behavior of the drivers in Thailand hasn't changed. They drive like crazy, like they used to drive 5-10 years ago. There are still a lot of accidents, and yeah, that's definitely a con, because I thought it would have improved, but it hasn't. And if you're a car enthusiast, there's something you have to keep in mind. If you want to drive in Thailand, it's dangerous. There are a lot of hazards on the road, and if you get into an accident, you will be wrong for sure, okay? And you have to pay money, and yeah, accidents happen quite often here in Thailand. So that's another con, and a little bit disappointing, because yeah, other than that, the country is getting more and more modern. Infrastructure is better and better day by day, and yeah, the standards of living here in Thailand are getting higher for the Thai people. I see more and more Thai people who are quite well off here. They seem to live better and better. But yeah, road safety, sorry, hasn't improved. Hygiene hasn't improved. But the prices are going up. So yeah, definitely something you should keep in mind if you come to Thailand. There are plenty of countries in Asia where you won't have such problems, or less, and the prices are almost the same now. I'm not saying Thailand is the wrong place to go. Don't get me wrong, Thailand is always a good bet. It's never a bad idea to move to Thailand. If you are now in the Western world, living in the Western world, or somewhere in Russia, and you want to move somewhere to Asia, and you don't know where to move, and you have heard a lot about Thailand, and you're still thinking, should I move to Thailand or not? Just go to Thailand. You won't be disappointed. You know, it's always a good bet, and it's never a bad option. But in some other countries, you can get better value for money. You can have more safety on the roads. You will have better hygiene, for example, you know. Sometimes the weather will be milder, you know. Smash that like button, subscribe, and yeah, leave your comment below. Tell me what you think about Thailand in 2022. Is Thailand still a good alternative if you want to move abroad in 2023? I think it is. It's still a good bet, but it's getting It's not what it used to be. Let's put it this way, okay? That's all for today, and talk to you soon, guys.